ICAO power bank restrictions, a critical aviation risk. The International Civil Aviation Organization is implementing stringent regulations concerning the use of power banks on flights, driven by escalating lithium battery fire concerns. The introduction of these new rules by the International Civil Aviation Organization (ICAO) represents a significant escalation in the global regulatory landscape surrounding passenger safety within the aviation sector.
The impetus for this action stems from a demonstrable increase in incidents involving lithium-ion batteries, particularly those found within portable power banks, resulting in significant disruptions and raising serious concerns about potential catastrophic fires on board aircraft. Specifically, the ICAO Revised Technical Standing Committee (TSC) guidelines now mandate explicit limitations on the carriage of all lithium batteries, including power banks, throughout the entire flight process, from checking to deplaning.
This proactive measure aims to mitigate the inherent risks associated with unregulated charging devices, considering the potential for thermal runaway and subsequent fire propagation within the confined and pressurized environment of a commercial airliner. The escalating frequency of these events underscores the need for a more robust and preventative approach to passenger safety, demanding immediate attention from airlines, manufacturers, and travelers alike.
Failure to comply will result in significant operational penalties and potential legal ramifications.
Lithium battery risks, a growing threat. The proliferation of power banks presents a systemic vulnerability within the aviation ecosystem, demanding immediate regulatory intervention. The core of this strategic challenge lies in the inherent instability of lithium-ion batteries, particularly those found in ubiquitous power banks.
These devices, characterized by their high energy density and susceptibility to thermal runaway, a self-heating process triggered by factors such as overcharging, physical damage, or manufacturing defects, pose a disproportionately high risk when subjected to the stresses of air travel. The movement during takeoff and landing, coupled with fluctuations in cabin pressure and temperature, dramatically increases the likelihood of battery failure.
Furthermore, the lack of standardized testing and certification for many commercially available power banks exacerbates the problem, creating a fragmented market where safety standards are often overlooked. Recent data indicates a threefold increase in reported incidents involving lithium batteries on aircraft in the last 3 years, prompting a decisive response from ICAO.
This escalating threat necessitates the coordinated effort across the industry to minimize the operational risks associated with these widely used devices and safeguard passenger well-being. The potential for a single catastrophic event could severely damage the reputation of the entire aviation industry.
Regulatory response and industry implications. ICAO mandate forces a fundamental shift in airline operational procedures and passenger behavior. The ICAO newly enforced regulations represent a strategically significant intervention, effectively shifting the burden of responsibility for battery safety from individual passengers to airlines and manufacturers.
Specifically, airlines are now obligated to implement rigorous screening procedures for all carried lithium batteries, utilizing advanced thermal imaging technology to detect potential hazards. Simultaneously, manufacturers are facing increased pressure to develop and certify power banks that meet stringent safety standards, including independent testing for thermal stability and overcharge protection, a process which has proven to be a considerable logistical and financial challenge.
The impact extends beyond operational procedures. It fundamentally alters the passenger experience, requiring travelers to rely on provided charging solutions at the gate or utilize airport charging stations. This regulatory shift also creates opportunities for specialized technology providers to offer enhanced battery monitoring and safety solutions directly to airlines.
The long-term success of this initiative hinges on the industry's ability to integrate these new requirements seamlessly and proactively address the underlying vulnerabilities of lithium-ion technology.
Future risks and strategic considerations. Continued inaction regarding lithium battery safety will expose the aviation industry to escalating financial and reputational damage. Despite the immediate implementation of ICAO restrictions, the long-term strategic landscape remains fraught with considerable uncertainty.
The continued prevalence of uncertified and potentially hazardous power banks on the market suggests a persistent vulnerability, demanding ongoing vigilance and robust enforcement mechanisms. Furthermore, Advancements in battery technology, particularly the development of solid-state batteries, introduce a new set of risks that require proactive assessment and adaptation.
Airlines face the critical challenge of balancing passenger convenience with operational safety, while manufacturers grapple with the complexities of developing and deploying certified battery solutions. Ultimately, a failure to maintain a proactive and adaptive approach to lithium battery safety will not only expose the aviation industry to significant financial liabilities, including potential compensation claims and operational disruptions, but will also severely damage its reputation for passenger safety, undermining public trust and confidence.
A sustained commitment to rigorous testing, stringent regulations, and continuous monitoring is paramount to mitigating this escalating risk and ensuring the continued viability of air travel.